Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. This is Guess Who? Spirit Medium Laura. And we will be doing mediumship messages, mentoring, medical intuition, mending, healing, the whole gamut of things. And if you'd like the full list of everything that can happen on this show and all the other information I'm about to express, the website for this show is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. So the first 15 minutes or so I will spend talking a bit, as well as channeling a group message. And there'll be sort of a lesson or some event going on right now that's of note and interest, hopefully to everybody listening. Then I will, after the channeled message, I will go into mediumship for the first portion of the readings. So that will be 15 minutes into the show to 30 minutes into the show approximately. I'll be doing mediumship only. And then for the rest of the show, I'll be doing a mix of mediumship messages and a gamut of other things. Yeah. And if you would like to know the other day I do this show, it's 7 p.m. on Mondays Eastern Time. And today, Wednesday, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. There are links to get to the radio show from spiritmediumtv.com. On Blog Talk Radio, there's a link there to Blog Talk Radio. And there's also the phone number to call to get into the reading queue, which is 347-945-5849. The top four things on the website for this show, spiritmediumtv.com, is one, a sale. If you'd like 25% off a private session with me, you may obtain so there. That's item one on spiritmediumtv.com. If you'd like to be in to win a private session with me, you must join our mailing list, explained at item 2 on spiritmediumtv.com. It's a monthly contest. You're only competing with those people that join the mailing list during the month we're in. Item 3 on spiritmediumtv.com is how to jump the queue. If you've got an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. Item 3 on spiritmediumtv.com lets you do that. And item 4 allows you to watch the show live in living color as I plant myself in front of my cam and export this to Google. What's it called? Google Hangouts on Air, which is essentially Google TV. And it goes all over the internet at once. Okay. So what are the things that are of interest lately? Well, later today, I'm going to be doing mediumship for the research organization I work for. And that organization is afterlifedata.com. So if you're interested in that, there is a fee to participate, but it might be very interesting. So that's afterlifedata.com. I'm going to be doing live mediumship circle online at 5:30 p.m. today. It's not too late to register for that if you'd like to. And then I want to talk a little bit about a couple of things. One of them is the spirituality of money. Received an email last week from somebody in New Zealand who wanted to know whether or not it was okay to use her spiritual gifts to obtain money. And the way that the kind of spiritual gift she had, the kind of psychic gift she had. Now, don't ask me for her phone number or email. But anyway, her gift was to be able to see or know winning lottery numbers. Yes, indeed. And she had won a few times before using this, but recently she read a book about a near-death experience. I think the author was Daniel Brinkley. I don't remember the name of his book, but I do remember his name, and I think his book might have been popular in the early 90s. I'm not sure. Daniel Brinkley said in his book that any money that you win using your spiritual gifts is wrong. I don't know. That's how she interpreted it. And so She wanted to know if it was wrong if she used the spiritual gifts to win at the lottery coming up in New Zealand, as she needed to pay bills and didn't have the money. So I said to her, well, if that is your gift, if your gift is to see numbers that will give you money, then that's a God-given gift. And God gives us our gifts to make money. Not always. I mean, sometimes we can afford to work in service without a salary, but there's always that means somebody else is paying your bills. Okay. For example, if you were Mother Teresa and you were a nun and you were doing wonderful gifts of kindness and giving in a volunteer capacity, i.e., not being remunerated directly for that, certainly the donations that went to the Catholic Church paid her so that she was able to survive on the physical plane. So we are given our gifts to exchange for survival, or sometimes even thriving, depending on what your attitude is. And it is not wrong to use your gifts to earn money. As a matter of fact, I think it's wrong not to. We're not put on earth to live lives of quiet desperation. Like, for example, oh, I'm really great at being a psychic medium, but because I have to work to earn a living, let me go to a job every day I hate so I can get paid for it because it's wrong to use my spiritual gifts to make money. I don't agree with that. Of course, it's nice to do a certain amount of free work, volunteer work. It's nice to respect the gift and understand it's from God. But I teach in my courses, particularly the first one, which has to do with abundance, that when we align with our soul gifts, called our Dharma, Dharma, by Deepak Chopra, we have unlimited abundance that will flow to us in return. It's those that don't align with their gifts that have trouble being affluent and making money to survive. We're supposed to survive. We're supposed to give of our gifts, and we're supposed to receive from that. It doesn't always have to be a salary, but it needs to be an exchange of energy of some sort. I don't know if any of you have had the experience where you're trying to give to people and they didn't ask for it to begin with, right? They don't necessarily appreciate it because they didn't ask for it to begin with. And you feel like you're just spinning your wheels and wasting your energy and time. But if somebody does need something that you have to offer, and you exchange something back from them, then that is the way it's supposed to be. We don't give of our gifts unless we're asked or unless we're remunerated in some way. There needs to be exchange. And when there is, a lot of beautiful, miraculous things come from that. Most importantly, helping others, helping yourself, proving God's omnipotence. For example, if this wonderful person from New Zealand did indeed get the lottery numbers again from her psychic gifts and won, what she's proving is that there's a higher dimension or another dimension, a spiritual dimension that can provide abundance. What could be wrong with that? I don't think so. So anyway, that's just an interesting little aside today. I also wanted to read a poem called Earth Angels, which channeled into me on Monday. I was feeling really good because I'd heard something about a client of mine who received a benefit, a huge benefit. And then I started to think about people on earth that do give of themselves without asking for remuneration. I call them Earth Angels. And I'm going to read it off to you because it's a pretty poem, and maybe you're an Earth Angel and you need to be applauded, or maybe you know somebody else is an Earth Angel and then you can send them the link to the poem. It's in an article on my website. Just go to spiritmediumtv.com and you'll see on the right, the very bottom, there's recent posts, and it's there. Excuse me, I have to clear my throat. Earth Angels. Earth Angels do exist, but without a list. They're silent in their deeds, adept when there is need. Earth Angels do not heed a thank you or your feed. Ego is not their goal. It's service of the old, the lost, and in the cold, the young without a voice, the small without choice. Earth Angels are among us, overlooked, but never sad, for helping is their glad. Salute all your earth angels. One day in your own life, they'll lift you out of strife, as wings were clipped when bloated ego missed. Earth angels are our salve to help when we don't have. They're our folks when we're alone, our friend when we snubbed one, our help when we wished for some. Earth angels are inside, dormant until we cry. If we only knew just how to birth our angel now. So we have angels in us. All of us have angels in us and within us. None of us are without access to higher power, to spiritual beings that help us, love us, and ask for nothing back in return. If they're of the etheric plane, if they're of the energetic plane, they don't need remuneration that's physical. If they're on earth, they may receive your remuneration that's physical, money, for example, housing, food, shelter, directly for their services or not directly. But usually it is those that give indirectly. They're not asking for remuneration, but just do from their heart because it's the right thing to do. They're the ones I'm talking about right now. So isn't it interesting? I talked a little bit about using spiritual gifts to be paid, and the other side of it is they're not necessarily earth angels, people who are being paid for being healing, nice, sweet, loving. But those that are not paid, they are like angels. Um, so in my own work, I am paid for most of the work I do. But there are times when I go above and beyond. I go above and beyond because I care. That's my earth angel in me. So we all have an earth angel within us, and this is to remind you to access yours and utilize it. One, for the reward it might give you just in being alive, the bliss it gives to be helpful to another. And the other side of it is it could awaken parts and aspects of yourself, which in turn become spiritual gifts, which in turn could become your path and your road to abundance. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a little meditation. And then I'm going to connect to our group message, which is channeled from the ones. So everybody listening, if you would sit back in your respective incline, your respective chair, and uncross your arms and legs. Start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area in open body position. Breathing in deeply and gently. And exhaling deeply and gently from our abdominal area. As we do that, any of you who are waiting for an other side connection, please call in your loved ones to join us now. Any of you that are looking for a different kind of question, maybe about the here and now, your life, whatever it might be, healing or what have you, please think of those things now and ask Spirit to give you what you need today. As you do that, I'm going to go off and invoke the prayer. I'll be back in a second. Good. Now what I need you all to do on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, there's a lot of blue. I'm wearing blue too, and there's a blue light in front of me, and there's blue everywhere around me, but there's a lot of blue in the audience, meaning communications. People communicate, who are here today are communicators, and also there's a lot of peacefulness in the audience. Okay, so let me call in the ones, and we'll start the channeling now. 1 second, please. We are here. We are the ones. Thank you for allowing us to come in. Thank you for listening to us. We appreciate that. We are, as you know, all one. Each of us experiences the experiences of the other. None of you are separate. Each of you knows the pain and the suffering of others. If you do not realize it consciously, you still are experiencing it etherically. When you are in the energy uncomfortable with his or herself, perhaps who is experiencing loss or suffering, perhaps is just unhappy, you will pick that up. It is impossible. It is definitely impossible to be around the energy of those that are suffering and unhealthy inside without picking that up yourself. We are saying this today to remind you to be vigilant in your own self-care of energy vibration. Do not allow yourself the sphere of others without first recognizing how the energy blends. And so, if you happen to have had to be around someone or be made aware of someone who is energetically unwell, unbalanced in some way, you need to do a clearing of your own energy. You need to reset it through direct intention, meditation, a wash perhaps of color and light and love, so that you go back to ground zero. You go back to being your neutral, highest vibrational self. We are saying this that you're aware of this. If you're around somebody who's not well physically, perhaps they're depressed, perhaps they're very uneasy about themselves and tend to cling to you for things, you need to go through an exercise of clearing. Today we will do a clearing. We will do a clearing of all of your energy so that you remain clean and clear. You can do this on your own on a regular basis. We would like you all to envision yourself in a beautiful white light. Notice around the light there is a sheath, or we'll call it a vibrational bubble, if you will. So you are actually housed within a bubble, and within that bubble holds white light. Notice that the white light is also peering into your skin and clearing into your body. It is going through every ounce of your self, clearing, aligning, and tuning. For a moment now, notice that the white light has become gray and tinged with toxicity. Notice as well that at the bottom of your bubble is an opening. Watch the white light peel out, drip out, flow out. And now around you everything is clear in the bubble. We are now going to fill the bubble with renewed source, a higher vibrational color that you may carry with you all day. You have a choice of one of three colors, depending on your mood and what you need at the time. You may choose pink. Pink is the highest vibrational frequency and will take care of any problems or illnesses you have. It will balance you. You may choose violet. Violet is a very high vibrational color as well, and it is the color of the violet flame. It will keep you protected and also leave you at a higher vibration. Then you may choose blue. Blue is a beautiful color of clearing. There are several other colors you may choose as well. You may choose of any of them that you feel drawn to each day. You may choose green, particularly if you need healing or love. You may choose yellow if you need wisdom, and also if you need abundance. Right now, we would like you to fill your bubble with the light that appeals to you most. We will say the colors again. Pink, high vibration, miracle frequency. Also, that is unconditional love. Self-acceptance would be in the pink light. Green. Green is a light of healing. It is also the light of human love. Blue. Blue is a light of being very peaceful, being very alert, yet calm, in a theta or alpha brainwave state. It is also a color of communications, if you need to be a better communicator. Violet and pink are similar, except that violet mostly has to do with reaching higher dimensions for clearing and cleansing your energy. Violet is the communicator color to higher realms. Yellow. Yellow is for self-esteem. It is the color of the solar plexus, but it is also a symbolic color of knowledge and wisdom. If you're feeling that you need to revamp your place in the external world, yellow is a good color. If you need to improve your ego or you're standing in the community, yellow is a good color. If you need money, yellow is a good color. If you need abundance. We will leave out today the lower two chakra colors, for they are not relevant for today's exercise. So you have a chance to choose yellow. You could choose white as well. We'll add that in. White will just remain with you as a cooling and clearing energy of protection. You may choose white. You may choose pink. You may choose green. You may choose blue. You may choose violet. And you may choose yellow. And so fill your bubble now with the color of your choice. The color will come in from the top and go down into the bubble and seep into your pores and through your being. Good. And the bottom of the bubble will remain sealed. This will be your vibrational color for the rest of today. Namaste. Well, that was interesting. I tell you, I don't plan any of this. They just do their thing. Thank you, the ones. That was great. That was very interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Kate, and I am going to see what we could do with this. Hey, Kate, how you doing, honey?
Hi, good, thank you.
Good. So you're from 415. I think that's the Bay Area, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Have I spoken with you before, honey? I think I have, right?
Yes.
Oh.
We have.
Okay.
Actually, I did a healing last time.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Wow, I spent a lot of time on that message today. Okay, let's go to Kate, 415. Let's see who's there from Spirit for her. I feel more of a female energy to you. And she's either an older sister, older friend, or a mother, something like that. She's tall, very tall. She's a lot of height to her. She also has a calming and clearing energy to her. Okay, interesting. Slender build. Seems to something about, okay, she's wearing on her head a Santa hat. You know, people wear it around the holidays with the white trim and the red, and you know, it's that shape of a triangle and has a little ball of fur at the end. So that means, that could mean a few things. Maybe Christmas is significant for this person, or that she's Christian, or that she just like, you know, maybe the date is a date of birthday or passing. But anyway, that's on the top of her. Oh, jolly. She says jolly person, giving person, loving and kind person. But she also says that Christmas is a significant time of the year for her, particularly Christmas Eve, the 24th of December. It's a very meaningful time for her in her own life. And now, do you have a birthday, honey, around Christmas, Kate? You?
No, September.
September, okay. Well, there's something on the 24th of December that's very important, and she talks about a birth. I know it's probably the birth of Christ, but there's a couple other things going on with that that have to do with humanity, have to do with somebody on Earth. So this person wears a Santa hat. Okay, so she's tall and thin. She has brown hair, and it's original color. I don't see it white right now. It's kind of curly or frizzy, the hair. It ends just above the shoulders. And she's really slender. She reminds me of, what's the woman that was Laurel? Laurel was with the Popeye thing. Wasn't it the olive oil? No, olive oil.
Olive oil.
Yeah, she's real thin. She's real thin like olive oil. Now, does this have any, it doesn't seem like your mom to me. It seems more like a friend, older friend. Any significance to you, honey, from what I'm saying, love? I can
Could be tall and thin. I can't think of who that is. I mean, I was thinking of an aunt, but she wasn't tall.
Okay. Was she slender?
But she was very jolly. Yeah.
Just very slender?
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe the height is incorrect, but certainly the slenderness then. Also, was she very flat-chested, please? Because that's what I'm seeing.
I don't know.
You don't know? I'm sorry, these are the things they give me, so I have to say them. Well, there's something there, but she doesn't have a big bust line. I'll just say it to you like that. Or there could be something going on with her breasts. I don't know yet. I'll go into more detail in a moment. Okay, showing me something in the chest area. She's also showing me she has breathing difficulties. Remember that about the person you're thinking of, the aunt? Do you remember that, honey?
Yes.
Okay, so this is your aunt. Okay, I don't know why she shows me very flat-chested, but I'm on that olive oil image, which was very flat-chested, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Might be just pushing over it for me, but anyway, leave it alone. But she's showing me coughing and lungs issues. She's also a very kind person. She also likes animals, and particularly she loves animals that are domesticated and docile. She seems to like a cat in particular. This cat around her. Okay, she's showing me a cat. She loves animals. Okay, did she have a cat, honey, or did you lose a cat recently?
Yeah, she did.
She did. Okay, she's a very loving, sweet person. Anyway, she comes in to say hello to you and to ask you something about, or say something to you about your own health. Are you having any kind of breathing difficulties of late, Kate?
No.
Something going on with your own health, honey?
No.
Nothing going on with your health? Okay. Well, she wouldn't say it without a reason. So let me go back to her again. Why are you saying that to your beautiful niece? Keep a look. Do you smoke, honey?
Never.
Never? I keep an eye out for your lungs. Okay, you might be getting something. You just sniffled right then.
Okay.
Are you getting a cold?
No.
Okay. Well, keep a lookout for that. You might be coming down with a cold or whatever. That's probably, maybe that's the way we need to interpret that. Now, there's also a male in spirit that's with her. Okay. This feels like he's more lateral to you in energy or more in your peer group. Do you understand, please? I can give you more information, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is somebody that died at young. A friend who died very young.
Okay, well, he's there. That's a person to you. But also, do you have a brother?
Oh, alive.
Alive? Okay. Well, I just hear something about your brother. Okay. So maybe she's just referring to the fact you have a brother. I thought there was somebody. I thought that you lost a brother. But so what she did was she tied two messages together. One is that there's a young male that's in spirit. When he died, you were probably young also. And then she also said you had a brother, all in the same sentence. So I kind of got all those feelings at once. Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, so she wants to show him also, just to let you know that he's fine. He had a problem with his health when he was on Earth. There's a problem with his health. Okay, you understand that, honey? They died of an illness versus an accident, because that's what she's showing me. This
person died of an accident, my friend.
Okay. All right, I'm not getting him that clearly then. Hold on for a second. Did he swallow something and then choke?
No.
Did he have a breathing problem when he passed?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm not getting him clearly. Just let that go, honey. We'll next nay that. Is there somebody in particular that you wanted to speak with, or you're just interested in any connection that would come through, love?
In the connection, I was thinking of either my aunt or my mother.
All right. Well, we've got your aunt in. Maybe we could we'll do your mother another time. And she comes in very loving with sweet energy. Says, say hello to your brother for me. She says a little boy is there with her. Little boy's running around. Now, this is important. He's got some kind of a little boy, okay? He's showing me himself on some kind of a, I don't know how to describe it, but something that you would ride, like either a bicycle or something that's fairly mechanical that you would ride. That would have a toy kind of air to it, like so it could be something that had wheels under it that he would be in and riding on. And they're also telling me, Spirit is telling me, that the choking might have been an incident that happened to him but didn't take his life. So that might be something to look to.
Oh.
Yeah, it might be something to look to for validation, because it was another thing I saw. Like he took a knob off of some toy, goes in his mouth, he almost chokes. Okay, and anything else, please? And there is something about him, the boy, that he's not very advanced for his age when he's on Earth. I don't know if you know this or not. Do you have any idea about his developmental issues or anything like that, love, the boy?
I don't know what boy this is.
The one that that you're thinking of, that you said died in an accident when he was a boy.
Oh.
Was he slow?
No, he was 18. He wasn't a boy.
Okay, all right. He was 18 when he passed. Okay. What I'm wondering is, what I'm getting is this idea that he might have been a little bit immature for his age, slow. And that might have been one of the reasons he got into the accident. But I'll leave that with you, okay, to think about. That's a subjective thing. And I don't know why I have to say it, but that's something that they're showing me. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go, my dear. You have a beautiful day, and maybe we'll get your mom next time. Okay, honey?
Thanks.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, we have Trish here is waiting for an other side connection. Trish? Oh, hold on for a second. I thought I opened it up.
Hello. I think you just took a second to unmute me.
Okay, now I opened the wrong line. Hold on for a second. Who? Michelle? Wait a minute. Now I have two lines open. Honey, I'm going to put you back in the queue, love. Okay?
Okay.
You see, my switchboard. God, Laura, try to talk here. My switchboard is spongy, and so I'm hitting your key, Trish, to get you open. And Kate, who I just spoke with, hung up, and then your name slipped forward, and then the other thing got pressed at the same time. Anyway, here we are. I have to have something done to my computer's response time. I think I have a lot of malware on the computer, like, there's advertisers and marketers that infiltrate your computer and spy on what you're doing so that they can market to you. And it slows everything down. So I have to have that cleared up. Okay, Trish.
I agree.
Oh, you know about that? Okay.
I do.
All right. So, Trish, I do feel more of a mother figure here for you than a father figure right now. And whoever I have with me is more of a full-figured person. May I go in that direction, develop it a little bit?
Oh yeah, sure. It's my mom is crossed. So is my grandmother, who's more full-figured.
Okay, let's see who this is. The first one is full-figured, whoever I have here. Okay, there's a problem with her knees, whoever this is. She has a problem with her knees when she's on Earth. Do you understand that for either of them so far?
Yeah, it would be my grandmother.
Yeah, the problem with her knees, a lot of problem, pain, cracking in the joints in the knees. She can't get around very well on her own. I don't think she opts for operation or knee replacement. Do you know that, please? Because the reason I'm saying that is because she showed me the pain in her knees, not an operation. So I'm just assuming that she didn't have it operated on. Do you know that, honey?
Yes.
Okay. So she didn't. All right, good. That's confirmation. Then she doesn't have it operated on. She instead chooses to suffer or get around less. I hear an agony. Oy, oy, oy. She says that was one of the banes of her existence. She says more so than anything else. Okay, she shows me other degenerative diseases as she gets older. One of them is why she would show me this, I don't know. Maybe you don't even know this, but she's incontinent. Do you know that, honey?
No.
Okay. She also seems to have diabetes and blood sugar issues. Do you know that, please?
No. I knew the blood pressure. I didn't know the diabetes.
Okay. Well, I think it had something to do the incontinence with the diabetes. I'll just say the two together. Something to do with the two of them together. It's something I don't know what to do with it really, other than to just give it to you because you have no way to confirm it anymore. I don't think. She also has breathing, huffing and puffing, breathing issues. Although I don't know if that's anything more than just carrying extra weight around with her. But the older she gets, the more difficult it is to get around. Huffing and puffing, difficulty getting around. She's fatigued a lot. She's carrying a lot of water in her tissues, not just fat. It's bloating from water. Water retention is in her body. And that might have been, due to poor blood circulation. I don't know if you know that or not, but as we get older and our blood doesn't circulate as well, we do hold more water because we're not, the body's not eliminating fluids that well. But anyway, you might not even be able to confirm that, but she's letting me know. Were you aware of that, honey, that she was holding a lot of water and she's very puffed up from water?
I think you're picking up on my mother now, not her.
Okay, all right.
She had a lot of fluid in her lungs.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure I'm with Grandma, okay? Let me just say that, and then we'll go to Mom after that. Because there's a lot of, okay, I did say lungs before, huffing and puffing, but I said overweight, and I said knee problems, can't get around, there's incontinence. Which of those things go with Mom?
The lungs go with my mother. The rest goes with my grandmother.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't say that your grandma had lung issues. I said she huffed and puffed when she walked because it was hard for her to get around. So I'm going to stick with grandma for now, and we'll get it to a point where it's very specific, and then you won't have any confusion. Okay. So she shows me her face now, a very loving, sweet woman, very kind features. She has kind of cherry cheeks or apple cheeks, I guess is a good way to put it. And there's a flatness of whoever this is, there's a flatness and planarness to the face. She has high cheekbones. That's what I mean. And when she smiles, they get nice and full and round. She has a nose that is straight, kind of bridged, a little rounded at the tip and rounded at the nostrils. It's not a banana nose hanging forward. It's more of a nose that goes up towards the tip. Can you remember that for grandma?
I can remember it from my mother.
That's your mother's face? Okay, so mom hijacked the reading. Okay, mom, that's fine. We're going to go towards mom then. We got a brief brush, excuse the alliteration, a brief brush of grandma. And now we're moving to mom. And so as I continue the definition of the face, beautiful high cheekbones. When she smiles, you get beautiful apple cheeks, nice straight nose, fleshiness at the tip and on the nostrils. I see her hair. She looks like it got white towards the end of her life. It looks like it's mostly in the straight realm from what I can see right now. Would you agree with that, please? It's shorter, on the shorter to medium side, the hair.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Kind, benevolent soul, benevolent energy. Very thin, actually, this particular vision she gives me of herself, not overweight.
Right.
Okay. Very, very thin. Emaciated almost towards the end. I get the feeling of her living on, though, to quite an advanced age, at least by the visuals that she's giving me. Let me just see if she wants to confirm that before I ask you. Very smart. Her mind is completely active, even up to the end. No loss or degradation of mental acuity. Would you agree with that, please, Trish?
There's definitely no loss of anything mental, although she did pass young by today's standards.
Okay. I didn't get the answer to that question yet because she jumped to say her mental faculties were astute and alert. But she showed me white hair and she showed me a body that was emaciated, and it started to make me wonder how old was she. So that's why I went there. But they'll tell us the story. She'll tell us, your mother will tell us everything we need to know. So the very thin body would then be either literal or it would be symbolic of the illness or something that took her life. Usually when we see that kind of thinness, it means she has some kind of disease that's taking its toll on her health. I also see she has, okay, we already said that again. She's showing me coughing and lung problems. You already said that she had the coughing and lung problems, but all of a sudden it comes in through a new channel from her. And so I would assume then that she might have had cancer or something to do with her wasting away kind of thing, a disease that took the energy from her body. Do you understand, please?
I do.
Okay. Very loving. She keeps saying how loving she is. She loves you so much. She says thank you so much for all the help and kindness that you sent her way. She said she wanted for nothing. You were always there for her, giving her something. Now, I don't know if that means you were there literally, and I'll find out in a moment. I'm just letting you know what she's saying so far. I'm trying to prevent you, Trish, from telling me. Let's let mom say what it is, okay? She says, I was near you. So she's saying that you were near her. Do you understand, please?
I do.
Okay. And that you were near her bedside quite a bit. She shows me herself like a little bunting, nicely wrapped under covers, very clean, the bed and all this other business. Just that, she was getting care from other people also very specifically now. My God, it's like watching a movie. There is like salt and there's a little bit of darkness under the gray. It's not completely all white in the vision she's given me now of her hair. There's some kind of gray. There's gray also in there. It looks like the undertones were brown to begin with. Mom must have had brown hair to begin with. Would you agree with that, please?
She did.
Yeah, okay. So she's real tiny because she's emaciated, and she's got equipment like as if she's in a hospital or some kind of care facility, giving her some kind of a drip or this and that. And she hangs on. She clings to life as best she could, but to no avail. It just didn't work. And she says leaving her body was easy enough. Actually splendid, she says. It was a relief. It was a relief. She's now in spirit world. She loves everybody on earth very much, but she wants for nothing where she is. She's saying that you have there's a brother to you. I believe he's on Earth, but I don't know where he is. But she gives me the feeling of you having a brother. Do you have a brother, please?
I do. I have 3.
Okay. Yeah, usually they just give me 1 to symbolize the rest of them. So she's just doing that for additional. I'm trying to get her to give you a personal message so that we can wrap this up. Don't mean to be rushed, Mom, but we do have other people waiting. You have a sister also, honey?
I do. I have 2.
Yeah, she wants to give you a message for your sister, for you about your sister. One of them, anyway. Okay. The little one is misbehaving or not listening much. And it's like a temper tantrum there or something. She says to you, don't worry too much about that. Just let it go. She says she'll get over it over time. It's like as if she feels, I believe you have a younger sister. Okay, well, Mom is saying that she's acting out lately, or kind of vicious actually. She's calling people names. She's unhappy. She's upset. She has like a hangdogish attitude, is what Mom's showing me. And that sometimes you're in the line of fire, Trish. Does that make sense to you, honey?
No.
It does not at all. Okay, is there anybody in your life that is kind of affecting you in a negative way?
I would say my relationship right now is not the best.
Oh. Interesting. Mom, why are you telling me it's a sister that's doing that? Okay, so even though it's not making sense to you now about your sister, I still want you to honor the message because it's extremely clear. Something besides the fact that your own relationship is not good. Mom's not talking about that. She's talking about your sister. If you're not aware of this, it probably come out in the future, and that you will be in the line of fire of something, like maybe an outbreak or a misconduct or some kind of accusation to you, and just to ignore it because that's your message. So it hasn't happened yet then, obviously, or you're not aware of it yet. So I have to give it to you. Please forgive me. I have to give it to you because that's what Mom is telling me, and it's very clear. And Mom's connection is very good. I have a good connection with her. If I didn't have a good connection, if everything else was wrong, I'd say, well, ignore it. But it's a very clear connection. So something about your youngest sister or a younger sister than you that is a little vicious in her accusations and the way she's behaving. It's not directed at you right now. Okay? It's something going on in her own life, and that you may be in the line of fire or hear something about this. So I'll just leave that with you, and perhaps another time we can talk about your relationship. Okay, honey?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, love. God bless. Bye-bye. Okay, sorry about that. I went on so long with all the mediumship today. Couldn't get it wound up faster. I'm going to go to Crystal, who's been waiting a very long time, who has a life question. Hi, honey. How are you? Thanks for being so patient.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie. Go ahead, honey.
No problem.
Go ahead, honey. Give me your question.
I was calling to ask about my relationships. I just met someone really nice, and I want to know if something good is going to come from that.
Okay. May I have the initials, please?
RJ.
Thank you. She didn't want to give me the rest, everyone. Okay, RJ. Let's for Crystal. I'm going good or bad in my mind right now. Hold on. Good. Mostly good. A few little things that will get in the way of progressing, but for the most part, a very good person for you. Energetic, high energy. Very good person, very kind person. I'll try to see what the obstacles would be. Let's just put it this way, 80% good, 20% bad. Never can have 100% of what we want. And the thing that I get that might be a little obstructive, he might work in a business that allows him to socialize a lot. Do you know what business? Of course you do know. Is he in a business that allows him to socialize a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you might end up feeling like either maybe where is he now kind of thing, or does this get in the way of him being loyal to you? But he will be loyal to you in general. Well, I know in general is not a good enough answer, but he won't fool around on you because he socializes a lot for business. He'll be there for you, and you need to believe him for that and not let it become a problem. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. You sound
Thank
like,
you.
yeah, don't worry about it. He's going to be fine. It's just that he just happens to have a business where that's required, but it won't interfere with his relationship with you. Okay, love?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay. And I am going to go to on Latmina, who has a live question. Hello, Lat.
Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you today?
I'm doing okay.
Just
I'm worried.
oh, oh. Okay, honey. Just give me your question, no background, love, and we'll get started on your answer.
Okay. Do you see the opportunity for me to move some?
Okay,
Do you see any movement going on?
let me see. Latmina moving, yes or no? Yes, you're going to be able to move very soon. Just like you're figuring, just like you're planning. Your little plan will work. And I know you feel it's like a long shot. It's not going to come true or come through, but it will come through. Or at least that's going to lead to something falling into place for you. And it won't be that much longer. Now, I'm going to give you a number or a time frame. You may say that's way longer than I hoped, but there might be some intermediary locations before you get to the final place. But what I hear, because I hear, I hear it in your voice perhaps, but I feel like you don't really have much more time to be where you are, but you're not going to get to your permanent, you're not going to be near your permanent residence for 3 to 4 months. So in the interim, there'll be some places that you end up, but that'll be okay. You'll strengthen some friendships in the interim. In other words, you'll stay with a friend, but there might be 2 places before you get to the final place, and you follow up on the long shot plan you have, because that will lead ultimately to where you want to go.
Okay.
All right. I hear it's something like asking a friend, so go ahead and ask. I think you'll find it'll be a place to be for now. Okay. All right, love. God bless.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye. Oh, poor baby. She doesn't have a permanent home right now. I am going to go to somebody wanted a healing that was waiting in the queue. All right, well, whoever it is left. I try to do live questions more so than other side, everybody, not to put you off, but I've already done 2 full other side connections before the radio show. I did 2 on the radio show, so I got to save the energy for later, which I'm going to be doing a lot more other side connections, but I'll try to get to you. Okay, I'm going to a live question here with Michelle, who's been waiting quite a long while. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
My question is about jobs. I've been looking a long time. Things seem to be coming closer, but, no bites right now. Not yet.
All right. 203 is your area code, Michelle. Well, one of the first things I get is you are in an area that's not very great for jobs. Not that it's 203, but just that wherever you are is kind of like feels isolated or far from work. Would you agree with that, honey? Or is that just my prejudice?
Really. No, I'm with all the jobs, but it's like the wrong type of jobs.
Okay. So you're with a job.
Yeah.
You're in what? What we gonna?
There was a job in a remote area.
Well, okay. Let me just say, I feel there's a lack of jobs around you. But maybe that's because there's an abundance of the wrong jobs and not the right jobs. So we'll just say that. Yeah. Okay, so now your name is Michelle. You're at 203. So I feel the jobs are of a lower caliber to what your expertise is in. And I also feel that you're more in like the suburbs in a working class environment right now. But you are willing to commute or go to a place where where your skill level will be utilized. So let me go in that. Does that all make sense, honey, before I'm going to build on that, love? Does that make sense to you, honey?
Not quite. I'm in with a huge populace. I'm in Silicon Valley, but I'm willing to go. Yeah, anywhere.
Oh, wait a second. Where's isn't 203 Connecticut?
It is, but I don't live here. There.
Okay, so I'm glad I asked the question because I was assuming a lot. See how easy it is for the medium to get influenced. So I'm assuming that you may have lived in a place that was more suburban with a lack of skill set, a lack of high quality jobs around you in the Connecticut area. That's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. Okay, that's what I was picking up. Okay, so let's move you now. You're in Silicon Valley. You're looking for work. Will you get the right work? Yes or no? This is for Michelle. Yes, you will get the right work. Stick to your guns. Don't let anybody tell you anything differently, like just trying to fit into the wrong job. You do need the right job in your case in particular to really move ahead. The wrong job is, first of all, it's going to be hard to get, but you could like do what they call a skills inventory kind of resume and try to translate or transfer some of what you know into something a little different than what you were looking for and wanting to do. But your skill and your true expertise would be the best route for you to get where you want to go in the fastest time possible, career-wise. So let me just look at how, or, well, time frame, but also where or how to refine this a little bit. Hold on. Yeah. Specific. You're very specific. So what I see is right now, they're showing me something to your east. So I would assume that would be inland, away from the ocean, in that direction. There's a skill level you have that would be well received by the company that you're looking into right now. It looks to me like one of the jobs was already filled, but there'll be another one coming up soon. In other words, you've applied, you've already applied, and it got filled, okay? But there's another one's going to open up there.
Okay, that might make sense because I'm surprised I didn't hear back from my interview yet. And it's like, wow, I mean, who are they going to get to go there in the boonies in Massachusetts?
Oh, okay. It's in Massachusetts, so it is east of you. And they're probably going to fill that job with one person, but then there's other ones that will open up. So don't worry about that and continue to apply there. But that's what I get is so hold firm to your goals. Don't give up. Keep going after what you want. Eventually you will find something, but what I'm getting is the most likely is east, away from the West Coast, east. Now, I thought it was just inland in California, but it could be as far as the East Coast shore. Okay?
Yeah, because other things are popping up, but do you have a time frame for this job?
Oh, yeah, let me look at that. I was going to look at that for you, Michelle. Hold on. Well, not that much longer. Feels like they're going to need somebody right away. 2 to 3 weeks to 2 to 3 months. I get a 2 to 3, not longer than 2 to 3 months. But I know 2 to 3 months is too long for you to wait. But you may have to. But I want you to listen to me. Don't accept. You could take a job that's not right, but don't give up because eventually you will get the right job for you with your expertise that's going to help you grow into a profession that you want to be in. And that's what you really need. You won't ever get anywhere if you're not in the right job, if you're not in the job that you prepared for, okay? And so you got to hold true to that, and you will get it eventually. But I get 2 to 3, probably on the outside 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
Okay? All right, honey.
Okay.
God bless.
Yeah.
Thanks, love.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. And I will be going to, let's see here, we've got a person waiting that amount of time, another person waiting this amount of time. We got another person waiting a very long time. What happened with that? Hey, Nathaniel, how are you today, sweetheart?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good, darling. What's up? What can I do for you today?
Well, I don't know if you want an otherside connection or some kind of question just about a job or a car. I'm looking for a car now, I suppose, but I'm kind of kicking back on the bus. It's kind of a big thing to buy a car, you know, buy a lemon.
I know. All right, what should we do for him? I kind of feel your mother is here right now, or some mother figure for you, but I'm going to try to just do everything together. But I don't know if this is your mother, so I'm going to give you some identification. The first thing I brought in your mother I know in the past, but this woman is not that thin. Okay, she's not real fat either, but she's not the skinniest sort. Would you say your mother was like carrying a little extra weight on her?
Never. My mother was never, and she was actually more of a redhead than a thing too. She was a redhead.
I didn't say her coloring at all just now. Well,
I'm sorry.
That's all right, honey.
I'm sorry.
I know I'm talking a little fast. Well, whoever this woman is, okay, she's carrying extra weight on her. Okay, she's a little bit heavier in the legs and the thighs. She might have been a music teacher to you or something like that. What was that, love? I didn't give you enough information to identify her yet, honey. I'm just letting you know. I see a woman who's heavier, okay? And she's not, obviously she's not your mother because your mother was thin. So let me continue with the thing here. Whoever she is, very kind, loving, sweet kind of sort. But she's musical, okay? Now, I know you played, what, the piano growing up?
Yeah, my mom played the piano a lot, I'm sorry, but I play the guitar, the bass, and the drums a lot, and then there's the other instruments I play as well.
Well, I want you to know. Well, I want you to know this woman shows me herself playing a violin right now. Okay, she also seems to have German background. That's who she is. Whoever she is, I don't know who she is, but she's Germanic. She has blonde hair. She's overweight. She's also wearing old native kind of costume, like maybe that they might wear when they're, from Europe, the more traditional thing. She's got a little hat on her with a little frill on the thing. I know it sounds bizarre, but I have to give you what I'm getting. This is what I'm seeing. It's a woman with blonde hair, overweight, playing a violin. She's floating all around you. She likes you very much. She's like a. Do you have any German blood to your aunt?
I found out that I did in a reading because my grandma, my dad's mom, was saying something about that we had German, and I'm not sure, because they fled around 1917 in the First World War in Poland and Germany.
Oh, okay. Well, then this could be your grandma. Do you know if she had blonde hair, honey?
I'm thinking it either could be her or you only see it when they're old. So you see it with Beverly when they have gray hair, a lot of times.
Okay.
But,
well, let me just leave it at that. Then I do feel this is a mother figure to you. It's probably a grandma or an aunt. Okay, and it's from a German background, and she's also musical, so that means some of your music talent comes from that side of the family. Now we're going to go to we're going to just see what her personal message. Maybe it relates to the two about. Okay, she's kind of scolding you a little bit that you should work with your hands more. Work with your hands more, as playing music or just doing things. You're very good with your hands. You can. It looks to me like, from what she's saying, is you have some ability to build things or some artistic ability.
Yeah, I do. I kind of do. I could be a builder. I mean, I could be kind of a construction guy or remodeling stuff.
Yeah. Well, she's just saying to do that. Don't be afraid. She says it with a little bit of a German accent. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. All that kind of stuff. Don't be afraid to work with your hands. But she says at a higher level, because like, for example, you have a creative side. You could be a master craftsman, particularly with carpentry. And that you've done that, and that you should continue that, and also honor it, because that would be a road to more prosperity for you. She says people need the things that you're capable of doing. You just don't honor it enough.
90 seconds.
Okay, Nathaniel, so that is your message today, mister. What?
Thank you so much. You're great, Laura.
Thank you, honey. God bless. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. Bye. Okay, we're just about to end the show. I want to thank everybody for calling in. If you'd like a private session with me, go to booklaura.com. If you mention radio show in the event code field, you will get a 25% discount, which is in effect 1/3 more time for the amount
60 seconds.
For the amount of time you order. Have a great day, everybody. Namaste. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.